It's great fun to see them go about their daily business. I believe they are guarding their nest right now. Super active in the morning, and quite frankly, this is my first time ever hearing penguin sound. Wonder what message are they trying to portray, huh? Good morning, babies. Adorable. Throughout the year. Between September and October, the birds spend much time feeding out at sea, so there are fewer penguins on the beach. Children will love the penguins and their antics, and the Boulders Beach is also worth a stop for a safe and enjoyable swimming. Entrance fee of around $35 for adults and around $10 for children under the age of 12. The most popular recreational spot is Boulders Beach, but the penguins are best viewed from Foxy Beach, where frog walks take visitors to the birds. Embark on a unique experience and spend a few hours at one of the best beaches in Cape Town, known as Boulders Beach, while swimming with the African penguins. Take a walk on the boardwalk at the Boulders Penguins Colony and view one of the largest penguins colonies in South Africa. Good morning, cutie! Can you hear the sound of penguins everywhere? Just around the corner from Simonstown lies Boulders Beach, a sheltered cove of soft white sand, massive granite boulders, and being on the Indian Ocean part of the peninsula. Water that's a little warmer than the icy temperature of Cape Town's Atlantic Ocean beaches, yet it is not the squeaky clean or the crystal clear water that makes a visitor to flock to Boulders, but instead, it's their local residents, and guess what? It's the African penguins. More on this side. Oh my god, how adorable! In 1982, the first pair of penguins settles on Boulders Beach, and then more followed after that. Nowadays, there are about 2,500 penguins around the area. Here comes 5 of them. I'm seeing the penguin for the very first time in my life. This is the sound that they make. Wait, now they're silent. Oh wait, look at this one. This is not a penguin. What are you doing here? What are you doing here? That's a fake penguin. Are mostly active during the sunrise, and from what I was told, you can't really tell them at what age they are. Usually you can only tell them by their color, so if it's gray bluish, they're still baby, but if you if their color is like this, meaning they're already teenage or moving towards adulthood. This is truly one of the most relaxing tours you can experience when traveling to Cape Town. With more of a swimming with the African penguins at Boulders Beach, shared tour from Cape Town. The Boulders is a series of beautiful secluded coves and beaches near the picturesque village of Simonstown. You can include this delightful destination on a Cape Point tour or on a self-drive scenic drive around the Cape Peninsula. Boulders now falls under the protection of Table Mountain National Park in order to manage the well-being of the colony, the associated tourism, and the environment. There is a universally accessible wooden boardwalk around the perimeter, but the Foxy Beach is where you can closely observe the penguins nesting and moving about. At the entrance to the boulders, there is an information kiosk and guided tours can be arranged from the main visitor center. There are forest walks around the inlets and also rest areas so you can enjoy the views of False Bay. The lifespan of the African penguins in the wild is 15 years. The size of the penguin is about 60 to 70 centimeters in height. Meanwhile, they weigh only 2 to 4 kg. The difference between the African penguin and the rest of the penguin species out there is mostly just their look and the lifestyle. As adorable as they are, it is such a heartbreaking for me to say that these African penguins are an endangered species. Boulders Beach is a great choice for a day out. It is sheltered from wind, heavy waves, currents by the large rocks that look like giant marbles. The waters of False Bay are warmer than along the Atlantic seaboard. You and your family can find a spot on the sand for a picnic and just relax and enjoy the scenery. It's so much fun to see them go about their business, preening and sunning themselves, guarding a nest, waddling along the sun, and then transforming into sleek black and white torpedoes as soon as they enter the water. Boulders Beach is the only place in the world where you can get close to the African penguins, and the only way for you to differentiate whether it's a male or a female penguin is by the beak, which is again quite hard to predict. Morning sunshine! Oh, look at that one still sleeping. At the beautiful Boulders Beach, you can get to know the most famous and arguably cutest birds, the African penguin. You can't just resist these waddling, wonderful birds, but that's a good thing because they need your attention. South Africa's penguins are under threat from the loss of habitat, declining fish, and their ever-enriching human neighbors. But not to worry, by making a visit to see these unique locals, you are helping them. Every year, over 60,000 visitors flock to Simonstown to photograph and watch the famous Boulders Beach penguins. This leads to more money to help boost penguin conservation efforts through South African national parks or SANParks.